21st verse. ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्नः एवं त्वयि धर्ममनुप्रपन्नः गतागतं कामकामाः लभन्ते गतागतं कामकामाः लभन्ते. What happens to these people who reach to heavens and enjoy those divine celestial pleasures after doing good acts but with expectation? They definitely reach to the heavens and they enjoy pleasures over there. But Lord Krishna says here that te tam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam, having enjoyed that extensive heavens, they martyalokam vishanti, they enter this world of mortality, this earth. Kshine punye, they return to the mortal world when their stock of virtuous deed gets exhausted. Evam trai dharmamanuprapannaha. Thus, devoted to the rituals with expectations as laid down, explained in the Vedas, three Vedas, as the means of attaining heavenly bliss. Gata gatam, they come and go. Kama kamaha labhante. These are the people, they repeatedly come and go. Meaning, they ascend to the heavens by the virtue of their good deeds and they return to the earth when their fruits of these good deeds are enjoyed. I always give a very simple example to explain this principle laid down by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Say a layman, a middle class man, works hard and every month he sets aside a sum of money to enjoy his vacation, his yearly vacation. He has gathered, say, 10,000 bucks and he goes for a vacation with the family. Now when he's on the vacation, he has nothing to worry. While he was working, while he was at home, there was so much of stress, attending phone calls, rushing to the office, paying taxes, achieving goals, submitting reports, hearing to boss's music. I mean, so much. But when he's on the vacation, there is nothing. He even leaves his cell phone behind. He has put in his email that I am out for vacation. I will be back in 2 weeks. So if you have some urgent work, please contact Mr. So-and-so in my office. I am not reachable. During that vacation, it's just pleasure. Get up at your own time, go for a stroll, enjoy the scenery, enjoy your food, have good time with your family and friends. But this doesn't last long. As soon as those 10,000 get over, the spouse says, you'll have to go home now. Why? Now there is no money left for hotels, for food, for transportation. Our savings is over now. Okay, back home and back into the rigmarole of 9 to 5, that routine job. This is what it is, my dear friends. On this earth, when we do virtuous activity, those good deeds are stored. They become our stock, our savings. And one goes to heavens to enjoy the results of this good saving. But as kshine punye, when these virtuous deeds get exhausted, one has to return on this earth. This is a very important thing. Our Shastras, our scriptures say that people may dream of heavens, but it is not something to look forward to. Even those who are in heavens are constantly under the threat that they will have to return to earth someday or the other. Instead, one must strive for liberation. One must strive for mukti, because that is the stage where there is no turnabout. Brahma Nirvana, as said in the second chapter, or in the 15th chapter, Lord Krishna is going to say that once you reach that supreme stage, one does not return. One does not return to this material world. Yad gatva na nivartante. Lord Krishna says in the 6th verse of the 15th chapter. Yad gatva na nivartante taddhama paramam mama. On going where? On attaining that place, one does not have to return. That is my true abode, Sri Krishna says. And we should always strive to be with Krishna in his own abode, and which is the point of no return. I mean, we don't have to come back. We don't have to return to this material world. Otherwise, gata gatam, coming and going. Create virtues, enjoy them, exhaust them, and return back. There is no meaning to it. So we have only two choices, my dear friends, in life. Bhagavat kama and kama kama, as said, gatagatam kama kama labhante. Bhagavat kama is when our activity is focused for the spiritual bliss. When the only purpose of all our activities is to please God, to see a divine smile on His face. The only pleasure that I derive from whatever I do is, it puts a smile on my Lord's face, and I just enjoy when I am with Him. Otherwise, all the activity, kama kamaha, if I am doing this in return of this, I am doing something with an expectation of something else. Well, our expectations are satisfied, no doubt about it, but the result is not a lasting one. Whether one goes to Swarga, that is heaven, or Narka, which is hell, both are ultimately Bhoga Bhumi, meaning one either enjoys or is punished for his actions done. The actual place where one really earns, the actual place where one merely evolves is this earth. So being on this earth is really a wonderful thing. God has given us a wonderful opportunity by sending us on this earth, especially in this time and age where things don't go right on a spiritual path. So it's a big challenge, and this big challenge is always given to those who are sharp, those who are clever, those who are smart, and we are those chosen ones. My dear friends, God has put us in this situation where everything seems to be against us, because people are busy, just eat, drink and be merry. At that time, we are doing such constructive activity. I think God's blessings are always with us. I love you all, my dear friends. May this activity continue forever, and may we evolve our own selves and set an example for millions of people on this earth to live a quality life, a spiritual life. Jai Shri Krishna to you all.